Hey everyone, this is Michelle, and I am here with you today with a process video for Peartree Cutfiles. And so, this adorable cut file is part of the December album Advent group. And so, if you are doing a December daily, you can go to the site and they have both the pre-cut and the digital downloads, and you would get 12 cut files that are designed specifically for December dailies. And so I think that's just a fabulous idea. And I was excited to be able to do this one for the group. So it's a wrap. And so I have cut it out a few times. I cut it out with basil and just a white um, polka dot texture. And then I cut it out in that pink, and then I cut it out of a kind of a whitish musical note paper. And so I'm going to use the pink for my present and then the musical note paper for the word wrap. And so that's what I'm working on now. And so I have my sweet petunia glue dispenser with my fine tip, and I love this. If you haven't picked one up yet, I can put a link in my notes. And the paper I'm using is Christmas Market from Prima. And so this is a group from last year, but it really kind of has a soft glow to it. So that's what attracted me to it for this particular project. So I'm getting all of my pieces glued down. And so while I um, am doing that, since this is a little bit more uh, like watching paint dry, watching someone uh, glue for a cut file, let's talk about the other advents that they have over at the site. So, obviously, this is the December album, but they will also have a Scrapbookers advent, and that will be 12 cut files as well, and that will start, I think, on the 13th. And it is also available in both pre-cut and digital downloads, so check that out. And then the third one is the 360 or the Advent 365, which I think is just a fabulous idea. So it is an Advent calendar. Again, it'll start on the 13th, but it is for your everyday photos. And so for people who don't celebrate Christmas or who don't have as many pictures that they would need 12 cut files for, the Advent 365 is a great way to go, and will keep it fun and keep you going. And so I have what you see me doing right now is I have my gold ribbon that I went ahead and did embossing powder in to make it gold, and I adhered that down. All right, so my picture is an old picture of Santa and my daughter. So at my in-laws every year at Christmas Eve, we always have Santa, and so throughout the years, I have many, many Santa pictures. But this is one of my favorites, and so I am not doing a traditional December album this year, just because I don't anticipate having enough pictures really to do it, but I thought I would do my top 25 favorite pictures out of my collection. And this is definitely one of them. And so I have that picture mounted. I did take it to my sewing machine, and you can see me kind of pulling out my gold threads, and I'm going to tape them to the back. And when I flip this over, you'll see I did a old zigzag stitch around the white mount or the white mat. And so I am taking a look at that paper on the right, and I'll go ahead and cut that down. And I really like this paper, but I think it is just not getting that it's a wrap kind of feel that I want, and so you'll see I'm going to change it up just a little bit. So I wanted to do something with the It's a Heart to make it stand out a little bit more. So I am going to go ahead and trace, um, use my glue dispenser and use this gold filament twine to create those letters. And so you'll see that is done. And I'm bringing in this gold and white gold stripe paper because it kind of reminded me of, uh, a more traditional wrapping paper. And that's the beauty of this cut file and mini cut files. You can use them in a variety of ways. So, it's a wrap. This is for the day 5 in the Advent calendar. You can take pictures of your wrapped presents, or you can take pictures of the wrapping paper you're intending to use. Um, that I am more of a procrastinator, so I am not at that point yet. And so I am doing it as it's a wrap. Christmas is wrapping up, and so that's what my particular picture is um, uh, expressing. But there's just so much you can do to make it your own, right? So I have taken that piece of paper and I'm turning it into more of a pocket. So I did sew around it in gold with a zigzag stitch, and then I'm just mounting it up on some foam tape. And in this layout, I don't end up tucking anything back there, but I have the flexibility of being able to do that once I maybe do a little bit of journaling and really finalize things when I put it into my album. So I have this picture of Santa that I liked, and kind of carrying that Santa theme going. So I'm going to put that to the right of my package there and take a look at how I can build a little cluster down there at the bottom right. I have some of these pink and green flowers. Now, a lot of the product I'm using, I mentioned that it was Christmas Market by 49 in Market. I received it in my Creative Scrapbook kit from last year. So I doubt that they have any left, but I can go ahead and put their name in the notes down below as well. So I have my pink flower. I have a bluish green Christmas ornament in that pink package. And then I have a little tag that I created that I put behind that in order to build up that little cluster a bit. And so I am going to go ahead and adhere that flower. And that is, a good thing about December dailies is that you can make them a bit chunkier, right? And so, as long as it'll fit in the sleeve, or if you want to just punch some holes in the paper and just let it be, um, it all works. And so it's fun to do maybe a little bit more dimension than you might be comfortable with on a traditional scrapbook page. So I've cut off my excess and I am going to add that sentiment, and that side of my layout is complete. So I just wanted to build a little cluster above Santa, and I kind of like things to hang over the edge. So it doesn't bother me that I have that tag up there a little bit. I've used the same twine to tie it off. And then I'm going to use this little bow and a sentiment up there to mirror what I have going on at the bottom left. So, um, check out Peartree Cutfiles. They have so many releases for December and for Advent, and just beautiful, beautiful project. Thanks for watching, and here are the close-ups.